The beauty of doing it, though, is that are just so, it's so amazing, and this is something that I don't believe anybody in Western society really understands. It is so amazing to live a life where you don't even think about money at all. At all. So you go into a restaurant, right, and you don't ask yourself, how much is that? You just don't. You say, I want this, and that, and this, and the person says, you're sure? Yes, I'm definitely sure. That's exactly what I want. We go into shopping centres now, and you would have noticed this is a common thing happening lately in a shopping centre where you go to buy food. And some food is fairly expensive, right? And so you put, like, you know, when bananas were expensive, you know, they were, in Australia, they were here at, I think they were $12 or $13 a kilogram, somewhere around that figure, right? And I still went in and bought my 25 bananas that I buy every week, or 20 bananas or whatever it is that we buy every week. 20 bananas at $13 a kilogram works out to be, you know, $30 or $40, right? And they look at you and go, do you realise that's $40 for your bananas? Yes, I do. And they look at you like you must be crazy or something. and you say, and I still want to eat my bananas. It doesn't worry me how much that costs. I still want to eat my bananas. I love my bananas, you know. If you love things, that's what you'll do. And of course, when they're $1 a kilogram, I don't buy 30 because we only need 20, right? So I don't buy 30 because they're $1 a kilogram. I still buy 20. And they look at you then. You love bananas? Yes, that's right. But I can only eat 20 in a week, right? So I can only eat 20. Yeah. Why aren't you buying 30? You know, the $1 a kilogram now, you could buy $5 and you know, you could have 30. I don't need 30. I only need 20. I can't eat 30. Right. So why would I buy 30? So it's immaterial to me how much it cost. Like, it's something that I love. It's an essential item, I feel, and in my diet, and so I buy it. Wouldn't you do the same? If you did not care about money, you do the same, wouldn't you? If you had $1 million in the bank, now probably you'd care about money less, right? Is that not the truth? So it's interesting, I find. We often think that we can enter a state of not caring about something when we've got more than enough. That's what we think. It's not so, right? The reality is I've seen millionaires still penny pinching, right? Because they have not yet emotionally even absorbed the fact that they're a millionaire now. Yep. I know millionaires who come along to our sessions who are still penny pinching in their day-to-day life. They won't buy certain things, they won't stay in certain places, they won't look at certain things because they're still worried about the money. They either feel guilt about having it now and therefore they don't spend exactly what they want. And I'm not saying that you would then overuse the real world's resources either, because you would not. If you were just focused on what you need, you wouldn't then go out and buy 10 things because it's cheap. You would still buy one thing if that's all that you needed. Can you see that? You'd still do the same thing. Your behaviour would not change. Why does our behaviour change? Because we are afraid of missing out, which is another fear. That's why our behaviour changes. So when we've got the $1 bananas and we're afraid of missing out, you can only eat a certain number of bananas. But when we've got the $1 bananas, we're afraid of missing out. And now that they're cheap, we can afford to buy more, so we buy more, right? And because we have all of these emotions associated with greed. Greed really is about when you can afford to do something. Greed is all about, I want to get as much as I possibly can right now, because if I don't get it right now, I'm too afraid that it might not be available tomorrow. Right? A person who lives in a state of ethical behaviour does not do that. A person living in a state of ethical behaviour will buy the same amount of bananas that he needs every week, no matter what their price is, because he will have some ethics about his personal love of self. They'll have ethics about other people, the environment. All these ethics will come into play. And every single one of these ethics will affect the behaviour. Does that make sense to everyone?